Hi, this is Anita from Reluctant Low Carb Life. Today I want to talk a little bit about shareholders versus stakeholders and our health, and basically the conflict in the food industry. You know, food industry or food companies are basically in the business to make money. So as making money, they need to satisfy their shareholders, which means that they need to show profit to their shareholders to continue to make money. So in order to do that, they need to find ways for people to want to buy more food. Profit is what dominates them. It's not our health. It's not how healthy they can make you. It's about profit over health. That's why food companies focus on profit over health. One is the cost effectiveness of processed foods. Processed foods are very cost effective than fresh foods. The ingredients like refined grains with added sugar and artificial additives have a longer shelf lives that are easier to transport. This allows reduced costs. This means that they can stay on the shelf longer and they can transport them easier. It doesn't mean that they're healthier for us. They get high profit margins from addictive foods. They want to make the foods addictive because if they can make the foods addictive and get you to want to eat it time and time and time again, then it will encourage you to eat more. And as you eat more and more and more and more, they get more money. They don't care whether it's good for your health. They don't care if it's killing you. They don't care if you're gaining weight. They only care that they are able to sell you that food. That's why they like to market to vulnerable populations. They market products to children. That's why cereal boxes try to make things so interesting for children, or McDonald's, or many of these other places where children, they cry and scream because they want to have something. They like to market to them. They want to have bright, packaging, cartoon mascots, and strategy advertising. They want to make it appealing so that there'll be steady sales. That's, they do that on purpose, again, because it's profit. Many times they'll actively lobby against health regulations. Why? Because it will restrict their ability to sell. They don't care, again, whether or not the junk food is healthy for you or not healthy for you. Their feeling is, we provide the food. If you're addicted to it, that's your own problem. If you want to buy it, it's your own problem. We are just offering you the food. Their focus really is on shareholder returns, meaning that they need to show this growth to their shareholders and need to show their shareholders that they are earning profit. So they scale up profitable products. If it's profitable, if people like it, if they're addicted to it, they scale that up and make it more. They don't have much investment on nutrition research. Again, it's focused on profit. They need to, expand globally because, the more they can expand globally, then of course they can expand their profits. And they really, have had us all buy into the fact of this convenient culture that we want to all have this convenience, that we want to be convenient in life, and that we want to have this convenient culture. And they give misleading health claims, where a box of cereal will say, this is heart healthy, this is good for your health. This is nutritional, when it is not at all. So they make a lot of misleading claims to make you think. They make a lot of misleading claims to make you think that something's healthy when it's not. So basically, food companies are really, they're focused towards their shareholders and their stakeholders, which stakeholders would be those who are providing them the chemicals, those that are providing them the additives, those that are providing them some of the food. They're more focused on that because everybody just wants to be able to sell more. They don't really care whether or not this is hurting your diet, if it's causing child obesity, if it's causing people to have cancers or other things. What they care about is the fact that they can sell more. Well, what can you do? You're just saying, well, it's just me. What can I do? Well, you can be aware of this. You can know that this is happening. You can decide to shop fresh foods and foods that make you feel full. You can support for local and sustainable food systems, like buy from farmers markets. You can, actively try to work towards stronger regulation. You can ask for corporate accountability with the corporations. And you can try to have them try to shift their business models. And basically, if you don't buy their food, they don't make the profits, And the fact of the matter is they won't be able to sell them, or they'll be forced to make healthy alternatives. If you'd like to be able to read more on this, I've written a blog called Shareholder versus Stakeholder and Our Health, the Conflict in the Food Industry Priorities. And if you'd like to be able to read more about that, then I recommend you do that. We can all be active in this. And essentially, if we start eating fresh foods and we start eating foods that make us feel full, and we don't eat the ultra-processed foods, then these food companies are going to be forced to change because they essentially won't have any customers. Thank you so much for listening. We thank you for being part of our community, and we hope that you'll join with us in this fight for fresh foods, foods that help you feel full, and for fitness. That is what Reluctant Low Carb Life is about, the trifecta.